Press down aesthetic. Aesthetic.
Hello, I am Dayo Lujiwo. Welcome to Aspect TV. And
I'm Paul Mike Anya.
And I'm Ugwe Chinomso.
right now we'll be discussing real life issues. And there's one that is trending. Armed robbers raped a woman that has been barren for 20 years and she became pregnant. Her husband told her to choose a marriage or abortion. What is your take on this?
Oh. Well, I think the answer is quite obvious, basically, because you've been without a child for 20 years,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they must have tried everything in their power, but they could not get a child. And I think from all indications, I don't think the man actually had gotten tested. I don't think he's aware that the problem is probably from his side, because from that's what I'm saying right now. I don't think the woman is barren because she obviously got pregnant. So you cannot tell your wife to get rid of the child that you have been praying for years. So why would you? I would rather pick the child over the marriage. That's my take on it.
Okay, before I move to you, I will just speak out some comments from people. Someone said the husband should just get out. And another person said God doesn't support abortion, so the pregnancy stays.
Okay.
Then someone wrote, ha, well, at least we know where the problem is from. She can go for IVF after. The husband is a paper horse. Okay. Let her run for her life. That's another person commenting. And another one commented, Kobe Omonio, that she didn't give birth though. If okay, she should what if she aborts
Yeah.
the pregnancy and she dies? She should keep the baby, and it can't be an hindrance to my blessing. And someone said, I will evil bound the man with the Holy Ghost fire, because that must be the devil. And someone said, it's the man who is impotent, not the woman being barren. Abortion is murder. If her husband doesn't want the child, she should give the child away. Well, the husband was the problem.
Uh,
Well,
I
those are
don't think I
comments from-
support. I don't think I support the issue of giving the child away. What do you think about it?
Yeah.
Personally, I think it was. I don't know if the woman's decision, whatever comes out of it, it's always a woman's decision. Because yes, I know like it's a union of one marriage and everything. When the man and the woman comes together, they become one. But obviously, when decisions are poor and when decisions are not properly taken, it becomes an issue in general.
Exactly.
So whatever the woman's decision is at the end of the day, her ability to actually know what is best for her is the top-notch decision here.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because yes, at the end of the day, she considers, oh, how am I going to take care of the child? And women make it nowadays, so not of the over reliance on her husband shouldn't be the case here.
Yeah. I want to ask something now.
Yeah.
What if you were that man? What would you have done?
I'll gladly accept the baby.
Definitely.
Are you serious?
I wouldn't think twice because first of all, my wife must have been through a lot. I cannot imagine as a husband what my wife, the kind of trauma she'll be going through every day when the image is played through her head. You cannot imagine it. She's the only one going through that. You can only imagine it. You cannot say this is what she's going through, or
Yeah.
if she has finally overcome the trauma. No, I
Yeah.
don't think anybody ever gets over stuff like that.
Yes.
So the decision is hers, but I would want her to keep the baby.
You know, in this situation, people say that the man, it's not about people. That's what has always been. The man is the head of the house, the family. Now he is saying she should choose between a marriage or abortion. Are you now saying she should leave her marriage? No, now is that the best? Because right now this is a real life. This is a
This-
real life story, and she's confused right now.
I'm someone who actually like things to be done in a very, very diplomatic way, and my decisions is not what another person will agree with, definitely. So let me say, for instance, if I was in the woman's shoes, this is what would have happened. Yes, I know, as I said earlier, it's a committed relationship. Everyone have their duties and their roles to play. He's the head of the family, but okay, as we see, she's the neck of the family. It's where the neck turns, that's where the head goes.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
So at the end of the day, she has to actually know, oh, this is my decision. You have to accept this and get in terms with what was happening to us in general. You don't have to be myopic about it. You have to actually
Exactly.
lean towards the possibility of us actually having a child and seeing this is ours and this, no matter the condition it came out from. Yes, rape is a very, very crucial case and it's something that is very delicate to talk about. But this is something that we can take and actually say, okay, this is some sort, I don't know, some sort of miracle or something. To say, okay, yes, we have been given this and we should, no matter what is the case here, it's 20 years, it's not
It's
a
not small.
small time.
It's not small. Yeah.
I mean, a child of 16 now can bet another child. So that's something.
And
also.
again, it's obvious that the man is important because
From
they've
all
been- yes,
from all
20
indications,
years and an armed
you know,
robber.
in our society, when a couple is struggling with the issue of having a child, they usually what they think is his problem is basically from the woman.
Mm.
Yes, the men, they will say, the woman is barren, or she's having one issue or the other. The men do not consider the fact that the possibility that they might be the problem. They do not consider the probability that they should probably go for a test and find out if they are actually the problem. Even the families of the husbands, they'll already get another wife for the husband, and you see the kind of ideology that we are surrounded with. Our society is
very patriarchal in nature.
Exactly, and so I don't think the problem is from the woman. I think the problem is obviously from the man, and she should keep the baby, whatever comes. That's my own take. I'm not. I would say I'm diplomatic, but not as diplomatic as he is, because if you threaten me to choose between a child that I suffered to get and marriage,
Okay, she didn't
suffered. She suffered through it. It was a painful, gruesome experience. She suffered because she's still suffering. But the child is like, they say there's always a light at the end of the tunnel and all that. Through all this pain, after the childbirth, she would smile that this is the child that came out of all this. This is the joy. You cannot ask me to give that up for anything. I cannot. So that's my own thing.
To give up marriage because of the child.
Of course, I would do that if I were the woman.
She has to leave her husband.
If I were the woman, this
because
is me saying it. I'm saying it. This is me saying it. I'm saying this. I'm not mincing I'm not mincing my words here. I would choose my child. That is it.
She has to call it off.
I think we should tread very lightly when it comes to very, very lightly when it comes to issues like this. 20 years of marriage, maybe they might have been married for a longer time.
It's a long time.
Okay, so years. Now let's
except the marriage was not out of love. Then I mean, pack your things and go.
For you to be able to tell your wife to choose between a child, the possibility of having a wonderful child, and you're married for 20 years.
Well, to me,
you're not even giving her choices, a lot of choices.
I think
the man is selfish.
I think yes, it's actually
the marriage is one-sided.
We want to talk about this thing, and then we have to go to the foundational root cause, which will take forever to discuss.
Well,
so we shouldn't
do that.
Marriage.
I don't think it is. It's just a wedding.
To me, right now, I just feel rather than I feel like if I were the woman, okay, I pray I shouldn't be in that kind of situation. I think we should just separate. Separate. I should leave him to go and think about it. But divorce. I wouldn't want to.
In a case where you propose separation, and yes, he says he has made up his mind. He doesn't want to go to take a break. He wants it. You make your decision now. This child or this marriage, you choose one now. So what do you do? That is the question here. It's not about taking a break or separation. I will still stand up taking a break. I will still stand up separation. You have not met devils. Devils disguised as husbands.
Yes, definitely.
That's the
okay,
thing.
yeah, we just what's your own comment? What's your take about this? Armed robbers raped a woman that has been barren for 20 years and she became pregnant. Her husband told her to choose a marriage or abortion. What is your take on it? You can drop your comments. Let us know how you feel about it. She really needs our help right now. She's confused about the whole issue. Right now, we'll be going on a break, and when we come back, we will discuss our next topic.
Christ, I bring you greetings from Pastor Ifai, who's busy taking care of a frontier of our world and preparing our escape routes. If you don't have a plan B, I know you have faith, but I have faith too, but I have a plan B. And with technology, I can speak to you from anywhere in the world. Get yourself a plan B, whether that's an Okada to Cameroon, or a flying boat or speedboat as we call them, to Seme-Border, or a hole in the ground, a bunker. Get a plan B, because these people are crazy. They're nutters, the whole bunch of them.